On today's video, I'm going out taking photographs in monochrome. Join me. Roll titles. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James, that Micro Four Thirds guy with you once again, and today I'm in the gorgeous little village of Brough, which is midway between Penrith and Scotch Corner, just beside Appleby, on the A66, way up here in the north of England. Chilly day, not too bad though, so I haven't got the big coat on, just got my fleece, but it's been a nice day to go out and take photographs. But what have I been doing? Well, I've got two cameras out with me today. Of course I've got two cameras out, I've actually got three because I'm videoing on one. Overkill, I know, but it's a bit of fun. My GX8, which has got my 14mm f2.5 lens on it, prime, put that down there, and also my E-M1 Mark I Olympus, which has got my it's got my 1.7 Lumix prime lens on it. And what am I doing with these today? What's my object? Well, I'm shooting in monochrome. It's years ago since I actually did a full shoot purely in monochrome. We get so used to it being everything in colour and high definition, whatever. But occasionally it's rather nice to go back to some of the basics. And I've been looking at some other people's photographs online. There's some fantastic photographers on YouTube. You know, I'm not the only photographer on YouTube. There are some fantastic ones. Go and check them out, please, irrespective of what the camera system is, because the images that some of these people are producing are fabulous. But that's inspired me. It's inspired me to go back to the earliest days of my photography, when I couldn't afford colour film, when I couldn't afford colour processing, and I had either my Olympus E-M1 or before that my Zenith E, or even then before that when I had things like my old twin lens reflex Kodak Brownie camera, all those sort of things from the early days when I was taking monochrome photographs and looking at different things to what I am now. And it's really interesting if you do go out and take photographs in monochrome. What I would suggest though is set your camera so you're actually seeing the monochrome on the view screen or in the eyepiece, because it doesn't have to make a difference to the composition when you're shooting in monochrome, but you can see your composition in monochrome as you're doing it. Now, when I went back to shoot my earliest cameras, I only had an f1.8 50mm lens, the magic nifty 50, and of course a Micro Four Thirds, that's the 25mm equivalent. What I've done today, I've given myself a little bit of leeway insofar as I've got the ISO set to auto, so I'm not playing around with that. I would have been fixed on a fixed film speed, of course, for the whole roll previously. But it means that I've got my camera and I've got it fairly much as I would have been having 40, 50 years ago when I was taking photographs. And I've been thoroughly enjoying going out, seeing things in a different perspective, in a different light. Now, you have to be careful about the light in monochrome, because you see contrast in a totally different way, and you see shadows in a totally different way, and they can be good and bad. It can ruin a photograph, but it can actually make it really enhanced, because you get the wonderful contrast differences without colours giving you any sort of giving a distortion as to how you perceive it in your mind. When you see just the pure luminance rather than the chrominance on it, then it does give a very much different sort of viewpoint. Now, I haven't had anything particularly in mind of what I was going to photograph. I just wanted to go out and take things. Anything really. Doesn't really matter what I took. But because it's very much a countryside sort of place, it really is gorgeous. As I say, you can see the hills in the background. I'm standing beside a farm, so we've got all the farm paraphernalia. You've got some farm vehicles just out of sight there as well. But because I'm in the countryside and in a rather old-fashioned village insofar as the buildings, they're quite traditional, and they're built for a purpose up here, because this gets very snowy in the winter, very cold and very locked in, so you've got to have the right sort of habitation for this sort of area, and that gives some really interesting buildings. It also gives some really interesting things when you look at the patina of what's on things. You get a lot of moss. I'm looking at you're on a wagon at the minute. I'll show you. I'll take a shot. In fact, I'll take the shot now, just at the corner of this. You also get tractors go past, which is wonderful. It's great, because it really is real life here. You do get wonderful patina or patina, however you pronounce it in your area, which comes on moss and things like that, purely because of the weather and the way that the seasons change so much here. But I decided I wanted to go out and challenge myself a little bit. It is difficult going out with just a prime. I know I talk about primes all the time, but I love prime lenses. I really do. But they are a bigger challenge than having a zoom. They can give you some easy times if you're using something where you want to get a lot of light in. You've got the ability to open the lens out on a prime much more than a zoom normally. But I really do find that putting a prime on the front means that you have to start thinking that little bit more. You have to move your feet in and out. You don't have the opportunity to just turn the little dial on the lens to get you closer or further away. You've got to do it with your legs. But as you do that, it changes, because by zooming in and out on a zoom, you're changing the focal length and you're changing the characteristics of that lens as you're going between wide angle and zoom. Well, on a prime lens, those characteristics don't change. You've still got the same sort of distortions you would if you're standing close to something as if you're standing further away. And that's one of the beauties of this, because again, it gives you a different perspective. It's a very, very different view than if you just zoom. And that, I find, again, is something a bit of a challenge and really exciting to do. Now, I said this was a challenge. Why do I do challenges? Why am I giving myself challenges? I've taken photographs for nearly 60 years. And maybe challenges are something I don't need to do. I've done most things in photography, haven't I? I mean, for goodness sake, if you've been shooting that long, surely you've seen everything. Well, no, you haven't actually. There's an awful lot I haven't seen. There's an awful lot I haven't done with photography. In fact, I think, although 60 years, I think 60 years is round about the starting point for when you start understanding what's going on. So only need to live another 200 or 300 years and I'll probably grasp the art. But I do find that giving myself a challenge every so often stops me from being stale. We can all go out and take photographs of the same things over and over again, and we get into a bit of a comfort zone. I'll go out and take photographs of that because I know how to take photographs of that. Or, I do this all the time, I needn't worry about it. Well, by giving yourself a challenge means that you're coming out of that comfort zone. And I like that idea, not just for photography, but all sorts of things in life. I used to run an air cadet unit with Royal Air Force air cadets, you know, teenagers, youngsters. And part of the thing that we used to do, we used to get them out doing adventure training. We'd take them out in the wilds, we'd take them out camping, we'd take them out doing all sorts of things. And it was about taking them out out of the bubble, out of the comfort zone, and pushing them to the a little bit just beyond where they normally go. Not only just to see if they can survive that, which they always can, because we give them lots of training and things, and by the time they go out there, they know what they're doing. But it is a different adventure. But it also means that they get challenges, they get inspiration in life, and they'll see things that they would never see from the comfort of their armchair. And I think it's really important. And going out just with an excuse of why not, camera, monochrome, fixed focal length, go out and have a bit of think about it, go and find something to challenge you. I think this really is the way that I want to go forward, because it keeps me fresh and it keeps me thinking. And you know what? It keeps my enjoyment in photography. Now don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, why not? We really want you as part of the team. We're a fantastic little community here. Just go down below. There's a link just down there. I'll wait. Just pause the video. I'll wait. Press it. No, yeah, subscribe. While you're doing it, give us a thumbs up. Yeah. You can pause the video while you do that, but come back to it. Yeah, thumbs up. That helps every time. So yes, now you've done that, do you ever go out and give yourself challenges as a photographer? If you do, let me know below. Let me know what sort of challenges you set yourself, because there are so many different challenges and different inspirations that you can use in photography to make this hobby even more enjoyable. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, you'll find that there's a PayPal link below if you would like to leave a cup of coffee, or if you would like to become a patron of the channel, you get all sorts of extras on that, insofar as I put extra material up. I give depending on which level you're on, I give a video per month which is exclusive to the patrons on the Patreon channel, and it's not released for at least 2 weeks to you lot. So if you want to see them first, go on to there. But let me know in the comments below, because it really is important to me to find out why you enjoy your photography and what challenges you set yourself. So until the next time, this is Brian James, that Micro Four Thirds guy. As a car comes up, wait for him to go past. We'll try again. This is Brian James, that Micro Four Thirds guy, saying keep on taking your camera out, keep on giving yourself challenges, and keep on having fun with your photography. See you next time. Bye bye. Oh, forgot to wave. Bye.